I was, exactly in your shoes. I joined the industry in October 2006. I did not achieve my first MDRT until 2009. And for so many years, or my agency manager is here, she will tell you, if you want to talk to her, a lot of people in the company feels that, I have what it takes to become an MDRT. On some level, I also believe that I have what it takes to become an MDRT, but it was never my top priority in that sense, because life was really good. Before I joined the insurance industry, I was making about 4,000 ringgit a month. But, my first 3 months, it went up to 8,000 ringgit a month. In the next couple of years, I was making up 12,000 ringgit a month. So life is good. And I'm from Kuching, by the way. So Kuching is a very small city. 8,000 ringgit, 12,000 go a long, long way. So life is very good. And there's lots of things that I want to do. I was really enjoying my life. So, I know that it's important to be an MDRT because it's internationally recognized. So you want to be part of it. And plus, I know it will help my career. But, it's always something that I have it at the back of my mind, but never really want to achieve in that sense. So the first time is in 2009, so we're going to go straight to 2009. 2009, my production was 741,000 in 1 year, and that time it was double MDRT, because I think, yep, thank you. So we're going to go, okay, so my company previously, we have 3 major drives, 3 major competition in a year. And I'm definitely one of those agents that I submit cases during drive time because company will throw more incentive, so you make more money, and it's more fun. More exciting, So the whole industry is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to get you excited. You're supposed to enjoy it. But it doesn't mean I don't do anything in between. I still go to the office, I talk to my boss, talk to my colleagues, talk to my clients. I still do that. It's just that, the production comes in during competition time. So the first drive, March, April. Guess, what was my production? 400,000, okay. Second guess, come on, one more. 0, no, got something, don't be like that, okay. 0, close. It was about 5,050 ringgit, okay. And be reminded, nothing came in January and February. It's like, why do you want to work in January and February, right? There's Chinese New Year, there's bonus from previous year, there's company trip. No motivation, got motivation, just not applying.
Honeymoon.
Yeah. If you have no motivation, you will not go to office, okay? I have motivation, I go to office every day. We have morning briefing at 9 o'clock, okay. Second drive, July, August, did better. So I achieved my Tier 1 trip by July, August. So this is when my boss sat me down and said, are you going to do it this year, MDRT? I said, yeah, sure. Okay, we're going to do it, okay. Third drive, October, November. So before that, went off to Italy for 3 weeks for my honeymoon. Came back a week before the drive, sat down, and decided that yes, this year is going to be my year to become an MDRT, because at that time, company gave me a really, really good incentive that I cannot refuse, okay? The result, 557,000 in one drive, okay? So, yep. So that was 2009, okay? Thank you. So really quick, in that drive, 557,000, 6 clients gave me about 90% of my productions. So this is when I realized that this is my market, this is my niche market. I'm really good at approaching what you guys so-called the VIP customer. So, from that point onward, of course, I still have a lot of customers that do like 2,000, 3,000 a month, but then my focus turned to, I put a lot of my time to focus on what we so-called the VIP client, the rich and wealthy people, okay? If you ask me during that time, how did you do it? Honestly, I'll be like, I don't know, it just happened that way. But after that, when I think about it, I realize that I have many strengths. One of my strengths is that I can build relationship with strangers really fast at a very short period of time, okay? How I do it, this is a sales technique that you guys can think about, okay? Every time when I talk to a prospect, or if I talk to my existing client, I focus on how I can turn the you and me relationship into a we relationship, okay? You and me meaning, for example, me and Thomas. If Thomas is my prospect, it'll be him, you and me. So when it's you and me, you are not close. There's a lot of boundaries. So how do you go about to change Thomas and I into close friend, abang adik? How do you do that? It takes a lot of listening skill. You have to listen, and you have to find ways to relate to your client. The faster you can relate to your client, the faster it become a we relationship, okay? And how do you go about to, to relate to them? That's something that you figure it out. So you have to listen to what your client has to say. And I'm lucky that, my experience in life had given me a lot of different experiences where I can relate to my client very, very fast. So, that's one thing that I do. For those of you who want to achieve your MDRT, I think number one, you must understand your motivation. Why do you want to do it? To fulfill other people's expectation is also a good reason. That's what we do a lot. So, sometimes we are here to fulfill our parents' expectation, to fulfill the company's expectation. There's nothing wrong with that. That can be your driving force. But you must recognize there must be something. You must pick a motivation. Okay? So when I qualify for my first MDRT, it's very simple. I just want to be an MDRT. Okay? When I want to go for my second year, two reasons. Number one is because I don't want to be a one-hit wonder. So you have to at least do two. Right? Otherwise, it's kind of embarrassing. You only do one. And the second reason is after I become an MDRT, I start meeting a lot of people, the elite group of agents in my company. And I like these people. But in order to hang around these people, you have to continuously be MDRT. Otherwise, they'll just drop you. So that was my motivation to achieve my second MDRT. Okay? And my third MDRT and my fourth MDRT is because everyone tells me when you did your fourth, that's it. You'll be lifetime very soon. So 3 and 4. And this year, I already qualified for my MDRT back in May. So next year will be my 5th MDRT. So, it does get easier, believe me. The first year is the hardest. It's so hard the first year. Okay, sometimes you come very close, sometimes you achieve it. First year, second year can be very tough. But I think after you cross the second year boundary, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and onward, become a piece of cake. Like now I actually work less, and people always see that, that things come very easy for me, but I do, there's a lot of work that you do behind, but then you don't think of them as work because you enjoy them in that sense. Okay, number 2, understand your clientele. Okay, many different achieve their MDRT differently. Some do small cases, some do big cases like me. Okay, a lot of time when I do sharing, when I talk about my big cases, 180,000 per case, 160,000 per case, a lot of agents get very inspired. They're like, okay, that's what I want to do. I want to go and look for that client that can give me 185,000 one single case. But then, not everyone has that kind of client. So you must understand your market, and I know people that do like 200-300 cases to achieve the MDRT. So know your market, know your clientele. Okay, from there, then you can go about to achieve your MDRT. Broaden your horizon. Okay, learn more things. Okay, meet more people. Remember, you have to relate to your customer. You have to relate to your prospect. If you don't broaden your horizon, you won't be able to do that because there will be different people from different walk of life. Your current experience might be too limited. So you have to constantly do different things to learn. Okay, and again, while you're doing it, enjoy the process of doing it. I can't stress enough, you have to enjoy your career. You just have to. Okay? You have to enjoy your career, you have to be happy. Only when you do that, you can, achieve your MDRT and be really good at what you are doing. Okay? So before I finish my presentation, I want to tell a short story. I'll close my presentation with a quote that I prepared. Okay? Okay. When I was in college, okay, when I was back in college like many years ago, I'm always a procrastinator. I always wait to the very last minute to do the things that I have to do. So I developed this really good ability to make excuses, like really good. Like you will not believe how good I can be, okay? Like, I can, talk to my instructors, my professors, till they actually let me redo my exam, resubmit my papers, my project and things like that. I'm really good at things like that. My grandfather has died many, many times, okay? It's always like, it's like, my grandpa died, I'm really, really sad, I can't study, that sort of thing. Yeah. So, I do that because he's no longer around, okay? That's why I can use him over and over again, okay? Or like my mom, something happened to my mom, that sort of thing, So, but there's one time, a professor, a huge project, it's about 30% of my final grades, and I was really close to her. So I thought, I was telling myself, no problem, I'll make up some elaborate, beautiful excuses. Sure, she will tell me, no problem, I'll give you another week. I was hoping for that. So when I went to her and tell this grand old story that, I come up with, no tears, just story, okay? This is what she said to me. Excuses are like asses, We all have one, and they all sting. Okay? So you have to remember that, okay? And did she give me extra time to do it? No. Okay? She gave me half a day. So I'll give you half a day to complete your assignment, and that was it. Okay? So knowing that, okay, from this point onward, don't make any more excuses. Okay? Just do whatever you need to do, okay, to achieve your goal. Okay? Because do you want to be MDRT? Yes. Come on. Do you want to be MDRT? Yes. Okay, good. Thank you very much. Happy selling. Thank you.